Good morning, comic fans. You're with the Comic Pusher at the Comics Club, Tampa and Brandon's favorite comic and gaming store. It is July 10th, and it is the second of 5 new comic book days in the month of July. Love months with 5 new comic book days. Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. We have a stack of some trades for you. We have a big stack of variant covers, lots of comic books. We got a wall book of the week for you, too. So I hope everybody's doing fine. There was some mess up in our ordering this past couple months, and one of the things that, hey, Angel, hello there, thank you for joining us. There was this mess up in our ordering, and somehow DC Connect, the catalog that tells you all the stuff that's coming out, basically. Good morning, Steve. Tells you all the things coming out from DC Comics was not ordered for some reason. So I put a link in the chat there on the side. I'll add a link to the bottom to after the show for you to go. So if you haven't seen your DC Comic Connects yet this month, well, there's a reason for that. Here's what it looks like. Here's the latest DC Comics, and this is a cool thing right here. All these different covers of through the ages, characters through the ages, Supergirl, Harley Quinn, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, Batman, all kinds of, even Zatanna's in there, and Black Canary. So some really cool covers coming out of DC very soon. Looking forward to that. And this is all the stuff coming from DC soon. So definitely pick up a DC Connect, or if you can't find one physically, then check out the link. You can see it all there. It's all there. And if you need me to send you a link, I'll send you a link. So there you go. You should see one in the chat though. So I hope everybody's doing well. It's been an interesting year so far, and we're halfway through it. It's July, and it's been a crazy hot one in Florida, and I know all over the country. Actually, Florida's been cooler than many places in the whole country, which is crazy. So the heat is on for summer, and we're not even in August and September yet. Florida, unlike up north, our Septembers can be like another summer month. It's just as hot. So we don't really start cooling off until later on, and we don't get really cool usually until January or February. So anyway, we got a great restock in here. Crisis on Infinite Earths, the perennial favorite of fans, the book that changed the course of DC Comics way back in the 1980s. Marv Wolfman and George Perez, you can't have a better team up than that. What a wonderful dream team. So Crisis on Infinite Earths, if you haven't read it, you need to. If you're a DC fan, what an amazing comic. So many great things happened in here. You should not miss this comic. Get your hands on it. Scorched, Volume 4 trade paperback. If you're a Spawn fan, this is the Scorched part of the story. He's got a whole universe going now. Scorched Volume 4. Cobra Commander. Collecting the first several issues of that. We got 2 different covers for the trade paperback. Cobra Commander Volume 1. Are you a Scotty Young fan? Scotty Young has an interest in my store. I don't know about everywhere else, but his popularity has risen and receded and risen. He's always been popular, but there's been times that it's peaked and it's come up and down. Right now, Scotty Young is hot again, and all kinds of stuff Scotty is being required by our customers. So I got in this Scotty Young, the whole fluffing tale, Compendium 1 of I Hate Fairyland. And what a weird and crazy tale this is. If you haven't read it, great fun, wild stuff. Not for children. Even though it's a fairy, it says I Hate Fairyland. Well, it's not a children's story. Godzilla, King of Monsters, King Kong, King of Monsters. Who is it? Which one's the king of the monsters? Well, Justice League went up against them recently. Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. And it has now been collected into a trade paperback. Or no, it's a hardcover. It's a beautiful, thick hardcover of Justice League, Godzilla, Kong. What a great story. What a great crossover. I believe, I think it's out of continuity. I think it happened in its own separate world. But fun stuff if you're a Godzilla fan or a King Kong fan or a Justice League fan or all 3. Game Trade Magazine for you game fans. We got it in. Come and get yours. It's while they are available. They won't last long. Speaking of Godzilla, G-Fan Magazine hitting the stands today. Don't forget to get yours. know we were carrying that on the stands these days, but I guess we are. I'm going to have to double check on that one. But if you are interested, let me know. We could probably still get copies if this one is actually accounted for. The Savage Sword of Conan magazine size. So I'm showing you this one a little bit early from Titan Comics. It's a magazine size. It's got a couple different covers. Savage Sword of Conan. All right. So we have been getting a lot of second printings. They've just been doing an absolute crazy number of second printings. And there were so many for a while. I was just mixing them in, but I decided I might just separate them out. It's going to keep being this many additional printings. It's not just second printings like this one. This is a fourth printing of Cobra Commander. Something you should know about additional printings. Hello there, Juan Hernandez. Thank you so much for joining us. Additional printings often aren't a big deal. When they do different covers, it kind of becomes like a variant cover now because you couldn't get this cover from the first printing or the second printing or whatever. So we're up to a fourth printing here. And when you start getting into additional printings where there were some real variations and you start getting into 9th and 10th printings, some of those can down the road end up being very valuable because they had very slow print runs. Because by the time you get to that number of printings, the print runs are going pretty low. And if it's different art, it could be a big deal for collectors. So keep that in mind. If you're one of those speculators out there, it's like, you see an additional printing, it might end up having some value down the road, especially if it has a different cover. This is a third printing of Duke number 3. Cult of the Lamb number 1 from the game has gone into a second printing. This is a number 1 second printing. Also number 1 second printing. And Void Rivals. This is a 7th printing and a 9th printing of Void Rivals. This is Void Rivals number 1. This is Transformers. I'm sorry. Transformers number 1, 7th printing. And this is Void Rivals number 1, 9th printing. You see that? You see that action there? They're connecting. 2 different comics, several different printings. This one a 7th and this one a 9th connecting. That's unusual and that's of interest. So you might want to consider these 2. I'm down to these 2. I might be able to get more of them. There is black and white. Both of this one was in color and black and white. This was in color and black and white. But I'm down to just these at the moment. If you are interested, let me know as soon as you can. All right, moving on. We also have Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider number 1 in the second printing. Midnight Suns Blood Hunt number 1, second printing. They're giving us this red treatment, because it's all so bloody. And the vampires, and the blood, and the fangs, and the blood, and the vampires. Black Panther number 1, Blood Hunt, second printing. Is that second printing? Yeah, second printing. And X-Men 97 number 3, second printing. This has been a hot hit. And this is X-Men 97 number 2, the second printing. Like a bookshelf with all these volumes on there making the title. That's pretty cool. So there you go. Additional printings can often be of value if they've done with different covers or they're very low print runs, and sometimes both. So keep that in mind. Check those out. And we're going to move right over and into I know I turned on the air in here, but it's a little bit warm. I'll have to check that out. Let's see here. We've got some very, very fun variants here today, and some crazy ones and some incredibly beautiful ones. So Barfly, this just caught my eye. Dark Horse Comics, from the world of minor threats comes Barfly, which is this guy's got a fly head and human body, and it's just strange. It's a weird, bizarre thing. He's got a mohawk. Barfly number 1. This is a 1 in 10 variant cover. A Crocodile Black. I'm not familiar with this comic book myself. This is issue number 3, Unlockable. Interesting cover. This has been done many times in comics and other art where someone's standing in a puddle looking down and seeing a reflection of some sort. Cult of the Land number 2, 1 in 10. This is based on the video game, which is super popular. I have not played it, but it's super popular game. That's what I've been told by the staff here. That's more into video games than me. Vampirella Dark Reflections #2. This is a 1 in 10. Linsner, our one of our favorite artists here at the Comics Club. Even though we've never met him, to my knowledge, he's never been to our store. But Mr. Linsner, we love your art. Vampirella Dark Reflections #2. This is a Anacleto, something like that. Anacleto. I don't know how to pronounce this name. I'm so bad at that. I'm so sorry. So I'm butchering your name, and I apologize. But this is a 1 in 10 foil. And what beautiful foil cover that is. It really is hard to see these highly reflective covers on here because of the reflections of the light. But what a great cover. And also this one, which is a virgin version of that. Another Vampirella, what is it? Dark Reflections #2. This is a 1 in 15, and this is a virgin foil cover by Mayer, I believe is the artist. Mayer. Mayer. What a beautiful piece of art. You can't really see it. You'll see the other ones though, which have a lot less reflections. The ones that aren't foil. There's one with the logo and everything. The dressing. And here's the cosplay virgin cover. It does have that little thing at the bottom, giving credit to the photography studio that took this picture. Great cosplay cover. I have not read Deathstalker. It got a lot of heat because one of the band members from Guns N' Roses, Slash, I believe, is involved in it. This is a issue cover C, issue 3. And it is $25. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's a variant that we could buy as many as we want. I just wanted to let you know it's not a ratio variant. It was just they made it more expensive for some reason. But it's a great cover. I haven't read the story, but like I say, fans of this and Guns N' Roses might be interested in picking that one up. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 40th anniversary celebration 1 in 10. Hitting the stands today. And don't forget, all of our variants are first come, first serve. So try to get in here as early as you can on a Wednesday. Transformers #10 is a 1 in 10. And from DC Comics, we only have one thing to offer you this week. It's Action Comics number 1067. It's a 1 in 25. And hey, Superman fans, what a great cover this is. I mean, I'm loving it. It's just, that's Superman. Perfect. Enough said. Kid Venom #1. Are you a Venom fan? Well, Kid Venom is on the scene again, and he's got his own ongoing series now. #1, Kid Venom. This is a 1 in 25. Ultimates #2, 1 in 25. Featuring Captain America on the cover. What a great patriotic cover that comes a week after the 4th of July. They blew it so bad last week. No patriotic covers whatsoever on any comic book that came out this past week. None that we saw, none that we bought. Amazing Spider-Man #53, 1 in 50. There just wasn't any out there. Nobody did it. I don't know why. What the heck? 4th of July. Come on, guys. And, all the comics were going to be on the stand right there the day before the holiday. Amazing Spider-Man #53, 1 in 50 by Dell Auto. Great stuff. And a 1 in 25, Amazing Spider-Man. Look at all those spiders hanging upside down there. I gotta move faster here, guys. I've got a lot to get through, and I'm only on the variants. Here you go. That's that one. Hulk, Blood Hunt, #1, 1 in 25. X-Men #1, 1 in 25. A new series of X-Men and long last. I have 5 in the last year. X-Men Red. X-Men. We didn't have X-Men Green. Come on. X-Men Blue. Star Wars Ahsoka #1. I don't know if you're watching the show, but wow. What a great cover. If you're an Ahsoka fan, that's just the perfect cover. That's a 1 in 25. But we also have a 1 in 10 for you, if you like. It's a design concept art. All right, and there's the variants for this week. A lot of great stuff to show you. Let's zoom it through the. And I'm saying zoom. I'm going to zoom through the stuff because I need to get through all of it. We only have about another 15 minutes left. I've used half of the show for only one stack of what we're doing. So let's see here if I can get to it as quickly as possible. We have Star Wars High Republic coming to you. This is issue number 7 from Dark Horse Comics. The Amory Wars. We're up to issue number 3 of the current series. Those covers. Gun Honey. If you're a Gun Honey fan, you will be happy. We're up to issue number 3 of Gun Honey. Got some very sexy covers on Gun Honey. If you're a fan of sexy covers. So all the parts are covered in this issue. Profane, issue number 2 from Boom Studios. Red Sonja, Empire of the Damned, issue number 4, multiple covers. I'm loving the first one. That is so cool. Look at that cover. And the cosplay. This model is often on the cover of Red Sonja, playing the cosplay role. And that is Lensner, our friend Lensner. Thank you so much. Really know him personally, but we like to say he's our friend. I've got Crocodile Black, number 3. Tom Holland's Fright Night is up to issue number 5. Fright Night. Wonderland Return to Madness, issue number 1 from the Zenescope. It's a number 1. Okay, I showed you all those variants earlier of Vampirella Dark Reflections. Now you're going to get to see all the standard covers. And believe it or not, this one is a standard foil cover, but it is $9.99 if you're interested in it. I think I might better put that one up on the shelf there. So there's that one. And you saw the foil of this one. Lensner, and that beautiful cover. What a great cover that is. I'm loving it. Barfly number 1. We have several different covers to choose from. Fun stuff. That one. That one cracks me up. He's eating a burger there and flipping us off. And then there's this one. This one has a foil logo. Very shiny foil logo. If you can really see it there, but it is a foil logo. Barfly number 1. Oh, I should probably show you the little bit of art they give us on the back, which is very cool. Barfly. What an interesting concept for a comic book. All right, let's go. We got to get through this stack here. This is Dawn Runner issue number 4 from Dark Horse. And there is a second cover of that. And oh, look, there's a third cover of that. And you do get that little bit of art on the back cover. All right. Kill All Immortals. We're up to, well, what's the first issue? And it's from Dark Horse. If you're not an Immortal fan, go kill them in that comic book. Turtles 40th Anniversary. Bunch of covers. Oh, my gosh. Let's see here. This one is the Eastman and Laird cover. The guys who originally created the thing in the first place. How you doing there, BX Dad of 3? I'm a little behind on sending you out your stuff. It's coming. Don't worry. He's one of our prize winners. And if you want to be a prize winner, all you got to do is leave a comment down below, and we'll enter you in our monthly drawing, which is done the first show of the month every month. So you've got plenty of opportunities to get a comment down below in all of the videos for this month that we've done. You can, as many as 1 entry per video. It doesn't matter how many comments you make, you get 1 entry. So there they are. Those are the Turtles, the 40th anniversary. Can you imagine? 40 years have gone by since the Turtles came out. Wow, 40 years. How time flies when you're reading comic books, eh? Cult of the Lamb, issue number 2, I believe. Yes, issue number 2, based on the video game that is very popular. And there's this advertisement on the back for something. I don't know. Maybe it's just art. It's just art. It's art. What a cool piece of art. Groovy. Ice Cream Man. We get a different story every one, but this one is part 2 of a story. Decompression in a Wreck, part 2, it's called. And this whole thing is a slow motion wreck of this vehicle. You see it throughout the whole thing, slow motion wreck that happens with this vehicle and another one. It is an interesting concept. I've never quite seen anything like that before, but it was pretty cool. Pretty cool. Monolith, issue number 3 of 3. We got the blank cover where you have this cover. Draw your own, get it done, have someone sign it. All kinds of things you can do with a great blank cover like that. Transformers, issue number 10 of the new series. I showed you the Deathstalker. This is issue number 3. You saw the version of that one. And that. There you go. Deathstalker. Moon Man. This is Moon Man, issue number 3. Any Moon Man fans out there? There's an interesting cover. Morning Star. We're up to issue number 4. Does this say wraparound cover? I believe it is. Nice wraparound cover there. Geiger Hot Book. We're in our second series, issue number 4 of Geiger. And anybody who knows me knows that I'm a fan of the DC checkerboards for the Go-Go checks from the 60s. And that's what I collect. Galactor, number 1 of 4, 4-part series from the Gotcha Man world, It's that planet something. Is there a planet something in the title of that whole world? I forget. Ain't No Grave, issue number 3. And this is like a Western kind of thing with a little twist. So there you go with that. Okay, DC Comics. We're going to do DC next. All right. DC Comics, Green Lantern. This is Green Lantern, issue number 13. I like how they're doing those superhero profiles like that, well, different poses. They're doing them for all the different Justice League characters because they'll be doing a new Justice League before long. I like that one. And this is Titans, Tales of the Teen Titans. You may remember this issue, the Judas Contract storyline. It is a facsimile edition. And we have the blank one if you want to draw your own. What you didn't like those covers as the originals, you do your own. And of course, a wonderful shiny foil edition of it. I'm going to ignore that telephone ringing because we're not open yet. It's not time. Looney Tunes, number 279. And Batman, number 89, Echoes, number 3 of a 6-part series coming at you. I'm loving that. Both of these covers are awesome. That was a wonderful, wonderful cover there. Okay, Absolute Power. Wow, Task Force number 7. It's wonderful. A lot of foils going on this week. Foil. Tons of foil. And this wonderful cover. And this crazy cover. What is happening here? Bureau of Sovereignty. Superman. Wow. And it's interesting because they have, let me show you the other cover here. That's that one. That's a wow looking Flash, huh? But this cover with Superman here. He has a number. Look at that number. Do you see that number? Anybody can tell me what this number's significance is? It says Superman 0181938. What could that mean? What could it be? Is it a nod to something? Does anybody tell me? If you know, put a comment down below after the show. And it also gets you into the drawing. So we have Action Comics, number 1067, a beautiful shiny foil cover. Great fun stuff. And then that's the one that's not foil, if you wanted one not foil. And then there's this one, Lois. That is by Lobos, the artist Lobos, who has a similar style to Dodson and also Adam Hughes. They all have very similar styles, those three artists, I think. So again, Action Comics. He's saving the people being attacked by a giant robot. Sinister Sons. We're up to number 6 of Sinister Sons. What a mugshot, huh? That's funny. All right, and what do we got here? What are we looking at here? This is Gotham by Gaslight, the Kryptonian Age. If you never read the original Gotham by Gaslight, I highly recommend it. And now we're getting the whole world of, I think Superman's being introduced here to the story. What a great story so far. I'm loving it. Outsiders. We're up to issue number 9 of Outsiders. And this is interesting. It's a Death in the Family, Robin Lives. You know, the whole what happened if Robin lives from the DC archives. Batman and Robin. Speaking of Batman and Robin, number 11 is our final offering here from DC Comics this week. They're on Dinosaur Island or whatever this is. It's kind of like a Jurassic Park kind of thing they got going. And I have a wall book of the week for you. I have a wall book of the week for you, and it's tying into the first comic I'm about to show you from Marvel Comics, and that is the Silver Surfer. It's going to be the first one on the stack. It's the Silver Surfer, giant size Silver Surfer number 1. So I decided to make the Silver Surfer Black our wall book of the week. And the interesting about this thing, Silver Surfer, the Sentinel of the Spaceways, the Herald of Galactus, Nolan Rad, Silver Surfer. He's an interesting character in many different ways. One, he is basically the bringer of death to every planet he comes. He comes to tell him, hey, sorry to tell you this, but, I'm the Herald of Galactus, and Galactus is coming, and you should run for your lives if you can get off this planet because he's going to eat your planet. So, he's had a sad story. But this story by Donny Cates and Tradd Moore, it's an interesting story, and it isn't the story so much, although Donny Cates is an amazing writer. It's the art. This guy's art, Tradd Moore. What an interesting art. It's like, it's almost psychedelic. Hell, it is psychedelic. If you haven't seen the artwork of this, check it out, look it up, or come and buy this copy. But Silver Surfer Black, the artwork by Tradd Moore, really something different, something unusual, which is always nice in the comic book world to get something that's offbeat and not quite. It's one of the things I liked about some of the guys who are mimicking the underground comic book artists. I think they did it. Are doing a good job of that. But Silver Surfer Black, number 1, is our wall book of the week because of this giant size Silver Surfer number 1 hitting the stands today. You get a new story in here plus a reprint of a previous story. So there's that cover for it, and there's this one with all the heads. They've been doing these lately, and this cover, which is also a great cover. It's him against that dark side there. Or who is that he's up against? Anybody recognize that character? If you do, let us know. Maybe leave it in the comment down below. Okay, moving on. We have X-Men number 1. New ongoing series. Multiple covers. In just about every way you would want the cover is on here. I'm sorry, I got distracted by this. Somehow this book got damaged, but we have more of them. We'll get another one out there. This is X-Men, A New Beginning from the Ashes. Blank cover for you. If you want to do your own, here's one with just the logo on it. The Scotty Young, great fun, always is. This cover, and this one is awesome. It has just about every character you can think of from the X-Men world on this. What great fun that is, huh? And we have this Negative Space cover. The Peach Momoko isn't on the act. You know they were going to do a bunch of covers for this, of course. I like that. It's a nice throwback looking cover. I'm loving it. Great stuff there. Who's the artist? Can't really tell. Good stuff, though. This is Avengers. This is Stormbreaker cover. Avengers number 16. Stormbreaker cover. Looks like he's being tripped up by Deadpool, who, by the way, is spending some time killing all of the Marvel Universe. There's that one. It's got some blood splattered on the logo there. I like it. Annihilation 2099. We're up to issue number 2. I'm liking that. Ghost Rider Final Vengeance is issue number 5. And, of course, we have a Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe variant. He's putting Ghost Rider out with a fire extinguisher. Pretty funny. Incredible Hulk Blood Hunt number 1. I think this last cover is kind of funny because this is, billed as the bloodiest comic Marvel ever did. Blood Hunt. Marvel's Blood Hunt series, the bloodiest thing you're ever going to come across. Bloody, horrible death, destruction, and Saturday morning cartoons. Symbiote Spider-Man 2099, issue number 5. Amazing Spider-Man number 53. Don't let this confuse you with the Avengers, because it's not. It's just a what if the Marvel characters have become the Marvel superheroes. The Disney characters became Marvel superheroes. And, of course, it's actually Amazing Spider-Man number 53. And here's a cool cover. Look at that. What a great cover that is. Oh, and this one, we saw the Virgin variant of this one. Nice stuff. We also have this cover. Union Jack the Ripper Blood Hunt issue number 3. Some of these covers are kind of violently, graphically horror bloody. So just let you know. Apocalypse. X-Men Heir of Apocalypse. We're up to issue number 3. And this is the Stormbreaker cover of that. It's kind of funny, He's jumped out with the parachute, but it's the wrong parachute. Sorry, pal. Deadpool facsimile. There's Deadpool number 1 facsimile with the foil cover and everything. Kid Venom. Are you a Venom fan? We got Kid Venom number 1 hitting the stands here. Foil, shiny. Negative Space, hitting all of those fan favorite things. Okay, let's save this one for last. We got Ultimates 2, issue Ultimates, the Ultimates, issue number 2. This is the A cover, seemed to be the most popular in this. All right, let's see here. We've got Daredevil. And Get Fury to show you. This is not Daredevil. It's Get Fury number 3. If you haven't been reading this, read it. This is an awesome story. Garth Ennis has just done a fabulous job of the story so far. If you're a fan of The Punisher and Nick Fury, this is the book for you. Great book. And Daredevil. I'm going to save my favorite for last. That's a great cover. Up against Kingpin, who's kicking him right off of a roof or something. And, of course, Bullseye is his ultimate villain. And, it is a homage to the death of Elektra. It's a Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe cover. What a great cover that is. Okay, last but not least is the new Star Wars Ahsoka. Issue number 1. Multiple covers to show you. finally, this awesome foil cover. Look at that. Wow. Great stuff. All right. Well, there you have it, boys and girls. All of the Independents, Marvel, DC, a lot of stuff this week. It's a big stack. I hope everybody's up to the task and getting themselves out here. It's been so hot. I know it's terrible hot, but get out to the store, get yourself some comic books, and get home and start reading it. And Mr. Happy would like to say heat is the secret word. If you know the secret word, it gets you 15% off any single item in the store. Limit one per person per day. If you're a Discount Club member or subscriber, you get an extra 5%, so 20% off any single item in the store, one per person per day. And the secret word to achieve that is heat. Thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate it, and we'll see you guys next time. And remember, read. It brings out the hero in you.